All right, we're back for Conversations with Cheese and the Tugboat.
There's a lot of inflection on that one. That was good.
Well, based on the last one, you told me it was getting weirder every time, so I'm trying to live up to that.
Yeah, nice. So this is like part 3 of our section on like dudes and men, and to obviously go against the grain, we've brought a special guest on the show. We got our guest, 2 glasses of wine, wants to remain anonymous, which is probably a great decision, but we just wanted to get a little female perspective on this discussion about dudes and men things. So say hi to 2 glasses of wine.
Hello.
Hello, 2 glasses.
We're happy to have you on the show.
Happy to be here.
That's good.
So where we left you off was because you're listening to these continuously. We were talking about we're gonna have a little cramble on respect. Cheese or whatever he said his name was last time, which was fake. That's not really his real name.
It's alias.
He's laughing at the fact that I used the new word cramble, which if you don't know what it means, that's your loss. So we'll cramble on here and get into respect, and I can't see what's written about it, so I can't segue into it. Oh man,
basically there really isn't much written about it. It's just a topic like about for men, like respecting like towards your fellow man, respecting of women and respecting of your elders. It's just like I feel that respect is really huge within the area of men, and it's just like a good topic to discuss. So
I think even bigger than that is talking about respect. How do you get it? How do you be respected as a man?
How do you get your rep? I don't know. I feel like respect is something that's like earned. It's just not there. Like you don't just respect something unless it's like a monument or something like that. That's just like there. You already know they did something like awesome, so you just respect that. But I think like on a day-to-day basis, like just something you gotta earn that stuff. And I think it is integrity and honesty, just sort of like following through with what you say you're gonna do is probably like the biggest way to earn respect. That's my opinion.
I would add on to that by saying that having, and this is using some HR terminology, but having a narrow say-do gap is something that's important, where you actually do what you say you're going to do. So if I say I'm going to have all the yogurt samples before January, I do that.
Yeah. Like you don't want like a Grand Canyon of a gap between your saying.
You don't want to say that you have an MBA and a PhD and several undergrad degrees and then not have them. Or
like not even have like it's one thing to say like I have my PhD, but like you don't, but you have like a master's or something, so you're like on your way. But
or like all those years I lied about having my master's when I was still working on them. That was just professionally speaking.
How else would it be? Educationally speaking, you're like
at work I would tell people, I have my master's in plant breeding, and then inside be like, no you don't.
I got like really
to yourself.
It's like, shut up, inner monologue.
I'm published? No, you're not.
I'm a published writer. I own a yacht. No you don't. Actually, I don't own a yacht. But I'd like to.
There's just like rock eroding in your gap, just getting like wider. There's seismic activity.
The tectonic plates of my life are moving apart, not together. There will be no mountain range.
They're not getting closer. Like so, if you're like say and do are so close together that
if you've already done it before you say it.
It creates the mountain of success. That's what happens.
Oh my God.
Your say, do, like come together. They press up against each other.
The mountain range of dreams.
Right there.
Just a mountain range of dreams. So I think that the integrity and kind of that lends into doing what you say is when you're honest.
And I feel like that goes like respect for all spectrums. Like I feel like that will earn you respect in several facets, like whether it's within your friendships or your intimate relationships or your work things. That's all encompassing.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. 100%.
2 glasses of wine. How do you think men earn respect, or like how you would earn respect, or what you find is respectful that a man would do for you as a woman?
Two glasses does not know off the top of her head.
2 glasses hasn't had 2 glasses of wine yet today.
Yeah, I like the
two glasses really like gets going once 2 glasses of wine. We're gonna pour a glass of wine in the meantime.
Look.
No, but like for realsies, do you want a glass of wine?
No. 2:15 in the afternoon.
On a Saturday.
That's what a man getting his lady, helping her in her time of need when she needs a glass of wine.
So like doing things for you earns respect.
Being there.
Oh.
More being there.
Being there, not like doing things, but being there.
No, but you're being there for her by doing it.
things.
Yeah. Smarten up.
I think you can get that with as a man, with all your buddies too.
Yeah, but like,
There to help them.
at what point does it veer off the respect path when it's like you get something for her all the time, especially like, regardless of the request? Is that respectful, or is that like you almost lose respect for that person because they don't have like their own mind, or they can't say no or something like that?
Raging debate.
Just saying.
Interesting point.
Yeah.
It's a valid point.
Point well taken. That's him pouring wine. It's a big glass of wine.
It's like 2, but in 1.
Yeah. It's not 2 glasses. We're trying to save time, so it's just one huge glass.
Because I don't want to get up again.
Speaking of wine, speaking of wine, let's jump into drinks. Are there certain drinks that men, quote unquote, men can't drink?
Rosé. A man should never drink rosé.
Definitively. Rosé.
Rosé is off the list of acceptable drinks. It has been banned indefinitely.
But
I bet that was one you didn't think of.
definitely not. I'm not even sure I knew that was a thing. I've had daiquiris at bars, pina colada. They are loaded with booze. Like,
If you're on vacation, like somewhere, it's okay for a man to have
Okay.
pina colada.
I feel like I don't need to be on vacation. Just if I'm in the mood to get super drunk super quick. Like, getting how the bartenders get girls drunk at bars by over boozing their pina coladas. I'll do it.
I think I would be like,
That is not respectful.
what's
What?
not
As a
respectful?
woman.
Getting girls drunk? Yeah, it's the bartender, not me.
I know, but you're asking.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry,
I want to
I
have
got
I want to have the pina colada.
Previous point.
I don't
But-
know. I think I wouldn't want to be like less manly on a vacation. I think I would want to put the guard up way higher. I would just only drink like scotch and beers because
Well, yeah,
feel vulnerable in
stereotypically
another-
that's what they tell us.
yeah,
You're supposed
Scotch.
to drink whiskey, scotch, beer, that's it. And only certain kinds of beer now because of the hipsters.
you're not even allowed to mix it. You have to be like hard and just mix it with ice, which is
No, you're not even supposed to do ice. It's supposed to
Like
be just
rocks.
neat.
just
Rocks,
neat.
rocks is ice.
Yeah, that's what
I got you.
No, I know. It's frozen water. That's
So
what
I'll
they are.
add that to our new segment. One of the questions will be, what does on the rocks mean?
like literally, or like in a relationship. Oh, you guys are on the rocks. Like what? We're on ice. We're cool. Is that it?
We're cool?
We're cool.
Sweet.
Okay,
Cool.
We're cool.
Sweet.
We're on the rocks.
Sweet. Sweet. Oh, no,
But yeah, I don't know. I personally, we used to go to this place called Manhattan's, and they had all kinds of different martinis or whatever, and there would be like varying
Bellinis?
from, no, not Bellinis, but like martinis, and James Bond would have like a martini, but this had martinis that were like lychee or whatever,
Yeah.
and
She's had a lychee martini.
yeah,
that's fine.
it's like
I am
really
a big
like
believer in
girly martinis, but they were
you're not
good.
what you drink. So if you drink like quote unquote girly drinks, doesn't make you a girly man. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're drinking because you want to have a drink and unwind. Who cares? You're drinking. Have a good time. Giddy up.
You're
Do
allowed
it.
to do that.
You're like real comfortable in your own like drink
Drink skin.
skin.
Who's gonna judge you on what you're drinking and what does that say about them? What does that say about who they are? I got him with drink.
My drink doesn't define me. You don't know anything about me.
I'm not defined by my drink.
I'm defined by my actions.
My drink doesn't define me. I define my drink. That was Batman as an alcoholic.
My drink doesn't define me.
I'm not using ice.
Where is she?
I hope that comes across excellent on
Yeah.
the sound
That sounds
quality.
like Batman on the podcast.
Like
It sounds
more
like-
than in real life. Okay, let's do Ultimate Man.
Ultimate Man, what you do good.
So I see that you've assembled a few names on
I have.
Ultimate Man.
I mean, we have one that's like not real man, but like definitive, like real American was Hulk Hogan.
I'm a real American.
Something like that. So like obviously Hulk Hogan, biggest biceps. Biceps make you a man more than any other sep, I think.
All the seps.
Yeah.
That's the most important sep. Is there a unisep? Because you have biceps and triceps. You should probably put that in the other document you have
Unicep.
when you're talking about doing the tricep machine.
Sounds like people donate to your muscles.
It's true.
I would
Please
look like
donate to UNICEF.
my muscles need a lot of donations too.
Your UNICEF needs help.
I am like the African child of muscles.
Of the UNICEF.
Desperate.
I'm just saying UNICEF as many times as I can so it catches on. Like Cramble is going to catch on.
I know there's like a brand of throat lozenges named Cepacol.
Cepacol?
Is it Cepacol?
Yeah.
I've been calling them Cepacols.
The people, when you ask for it at the counter, they're probably like, what's he talking about? He means Cepacol. Get him a Cepacol. Just bring him some Cepacol.
When has one E ever made an E sound?
Receipt.
Has an I after it. That's got like
The I does none of the lifting.
wanted it to be pronounced Cepacol, they would either put C
There's an
hyphen
accent.
Pacol.
There's an accent on it. Like some kind of line or like Euro Cepacol.
E's.
Read a book.
E's have like in like Mexico have like the little like
I don't
little,
think
like a little
if
wave.
you're buying throat lozenges from Mexico, I think the little wave on the E is the least of your problems. I think you're probably just eating straight cancer pills at that point.
My throat hurts, man.
Speaking of which, we enjoyed Taco Bell for lunch today. Delicious.
If we're looking for another sponsor, Taco Bell.
Taco
Your
Bell.
product is
Your
fantastic.
Dorito lost tacos, Doritos lost a bunch of other words that end in OS. Was delicious. I ate
Enjoyed
two of them, and I'm not ashamed. Hulk Hogan? No.
Hulk
I
Hogan,
feel like that's the
kinda-
character.
Yeah.
The real man, Hulk Hogan, lost his wife. His daughter's a hooker now, probably.
Probably didn't show a lot of respect.
No RESPECT for.
No.
I wish Hulk Hogan rhymed with that when I said it, but.
Yeah.
You have the Arnold. Yeah, he's an impressive individual. Did you know that he was a millionaire before he became an actor? Just through real estate.
Oh, like before he was Mr. Universe?
No, he was Mr. Universe. He used that money
To become
to
Mr.
buy
Real Estate?
an apartment building, and then he used that apartment building to buy 2 more apartment buildings.
Whoa.
And the next thing you know, he owned half of Los Angeles. Yeah, he is a very rich man.
Wow.
And then he started acting just, to fill out his schedule, I guess. But no, I learned that. I did not know that previously.
Wow, so sounds like he's got like the drive and the brains and the brawn. He became governor in a country he wasn't even born in, which is like...
Which is in the Constitution that you can't do that.
Yeah, so that either says something about the country, or it says something about Arnold and how awesome he is.
I think they're both talking on that one.
Yeah.
To each other. John McClane, he's a character. I lost a lot of respect for Bruce Willis after hearing Kevin Smith smear him about the cop-out disaster, but the character John McClane,
that's who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Bruce Willis.
Yeah, John McClane. Yeah, he told Hans Gruber that he was going to kill him.
Yeah,
and he killed him.
He had the mountain of success from his say and do
colliding
ratio.
Tectonic explosion out of the abyss.
Exactly. But he didn't have a great relationship with his daughter, right?
Or his wife. Holly Gennaro.
Yeah. So, like, in that context, does a real man mean that he just, like, sucks at relationships because he's so manly?
I think he's lacking some of the qualities we discussed in previous episodes. Can't show his emotion other than anger.
True. And 2 glasses of wine, would you be with a man who's like really manly and like great at his like job about like taking down
police detecting?
Yeah, like taking down like murderers and villains and stuff, but like was not great at like
was never home, forgot your anniversary and birthday all the time.
Yeah,
because he was busy fighting German superheroes.
No, I don't think I would like that, because I would like a man who can balance his life. I don't mind if he has a hardcore manly job, but if he's in a relationship, he needs to enjoy being with his lady.
There you have it, John McClane.
John McClane needs to get up with the ladies, so he's kind of off the... Arnold's winning. He's leading.
He's winning so far.
Now, on that note, did he not have an affair with his nanny? So adultery, sleeping with other ladies, does that make you more manly or less manly?
Less manly.
Less manly?
He
got less manly.
Because you have the responsibilities of your marriage, and he didn't do it.
Avoid all those.
He accidentally had sex with the maid.
Accidentally, yes. I feel like that goes against the like integrity part. Like it just like happened. Yep. Usually there's some stuff in there. I am in agreement with you, but I'm also looking back at like maybe evolutionary perspective, or even back in the day, if you had like power or were like an alpha male, that meant you got to have all kinds of ladies, but you were like loving towards your one lady like mostly, but then you would have like these other ladies for like other things.
Yeah.
To be as vague as that.
I don't know. Which is a good amount of vague.
Great amount of vague. But a lot.
So I would say that's a black mark on him.
Okay. Chuck Norris.
Yeah, Chuck Norris.
Very stereotypical as like the epitome of manliness.
I don't remember
godliness or something.
I don't remember seeing too many Chuck Norris videos and being able to watch all of them.
Yeah.
His wife, who I don't know if they're together or not, still, when they did the Total Gym commercial, they looked pretty happy.
That was his wife?
I believe so.
Okay, I thought that was the inventor of the Total Gym.
No, I think it was, she's a celebrity also.
Like eye candy for the Total Gym?
No, that's his wife.
No, it's his wife.
I looked it up. I don't know.
You looked that up?
I don't know if they're still together or not.
Were you trying to figure out if Chuck Norris was single, or if she was single?
She was single. Not Chuck Norris.
Is that his wife? Because if it is...
if she's not, I'm going for it.
I'm not watching this commercial anymore. I was only
if they're not married, I don't want to watch this treacherous, adulterous, gym-selling relationship that's happening. Rob Lowe.
I want to talk a little bit more about Chuck Norris.
Okay.
He made movies, and he had
terrible movies.
He did like his roundhouse kicks and like
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Not his military. His like karate
western.
Martial arts. He did his martial arts stuff in his movies, and he did the Total Gym. But like, what else does he do? Like, is he just like a one-trick pony or like a one-kick pony, as it were? One roundhouse kick pony?
His beard will punch you in the face. And that, well, I have about 40 pages of Chuck Norris jokes that we could just go through right now.
Yeah, but like, would you respect a man more for being really good at one thing and being like great at it, or would you like to have like a jack of all trades?
I feel like I don't know enough about Chuck Norris to really weigh in on that, because maybe in real life he's a terrific father.
Yeah, that's true. It seems like he's been built up. I don't know if he could ever live up to what's been...
Definitely overbuilt.
Rob Lowe, I'm not sure why he's on the list, other than like the great films that he's made and how handsome he is.
He is handsome.
He's pretty.
Yeah.
He's man pretty?
He's man pretty.
Yeah.
So does that make you
I wouldn't say he's handsome. He's man pretty.
Yeah, there's a lack of ruggedness.
So he's not like the manliest man, he's just like man pretty.
Yeah. For that reason, he's out.
Falling into the dragon's den.
Yeah. Well, I don't have my dragon shirt on, so it's not really the dragon's den.
For that reason, I'm out. These are just names that we can go off the grid here.
Well, I don't want to use my brain, so... Robert Downey Jr.?
I just think that... maybe not so much Robert Downey Jr. as, like, Tony Stark.
Okay.
Because, I mean, there is a multi-tiered personality of a man. Because he's, like, very smart, very great at business, kind of a dick.
He's pretty neglectful to his woman, though.
But keeps her around, it's like almost like on the cusp of being a great man.
He gives her enough to keep her around.
Yeah. Respectful, 2 glasses of wine. The dangle, keep them on the hook, but keep fishing.
Are they like in a relationship? Like, are they married or like they just dating?
No. Pepper Potts is like his like assistant /
lover.
They should be together. Like she's like good.
Well, they are. They are in the second movie.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Oh crap! I've seen it, but I didn't pay attention to that so much
it's one of the main parts of the plot.
Oh.
Possibly the third one. The Potts plot.
Pepper Potts. Potts. Okay, well I failed on that one. So okay, they're together now. So does that like I think that's kind of up there. And he kind of like changes his like, okay, we're gonna go for like the oil weapons business, and then he's kind of like, no, we should use this for like good and stuff.
Once he gets exposed to the results of his sales.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Bad boy turned good. Is that like? Does that make you manly? Does that make you like?
That's the focal point. I think it's the reform.
Is that part of the balance?
I don't understand.
Like,
I'm not sure I do either, but that's not new.
I'm just trying to figure out like manliness, and it's like, okay, is like the reformed man. So say he's like a bad.
No,
boy.
I'm gonna argue no. He should. If he was a real man, he would have been good from the start.
Ooh, I think it makes you more manly to like bear down and
realize your mistakes.
Realize your mistakes and be honest about it, and own up and be responsible for your mistakes. And
okay, example. Rob Ford is right now owning up to all those mistakes. Does that make him respectable?
Yeah, he
is. Not that I want to talk about him, but that's an example that came to my head right now.
But that's a perfect example of his like say-do gap. He says he's taking responsibility and he's apologizing and stuff. That's like a good step. But what happens if
he does more?
He says that, but then just like says that and then does.
He's not credible anymore.
He's not credible.
And he shouldn't be believed or listened to.
Interesting.
Indeed.
So it seems like Arnold I don't know. I think Tony. I don't know.
I think Tony's. He didn't cheat on Pepper Potts, so I think he's one-upped Arnold. But he's also a fictional character. So, which brings us to our next candidate, Ron Swanson. You guys probably thought we weren't going to put him on the list. He is the showstopper. And I can, from not reading his book but owning it for 7 months, I can say that, and listening to him in real life, he seems to be a pretty good reflection of his character. Like
yes.
The character's probably a little bit more extreme than the real man, but I believe he is the most manly. And if you ask anyone, including 2 glasses,
he's pretty manly.
And he seems like in the
he's got the cabin, he like building stuff. He's good with his lady and his lady's children.
He's good
he likes meat.
Hands.
He does his job. He's excellent at his career.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I think.
He doesn't beat around the bush either. He's a pretty like straight shooting
very
guy.
Direct. I like that.
Very direct.
Real man's not afraid of thunder.
Real thunder.
Thunder Rose.
I would talk about Thunder Road, but I'm kind of off the boss.
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen's quite manly at times.
I used to date a girl that really liked some Boss songs, so out of principle, I've avoided the Boss ever since.
Oh man, that sucks.
I'm okay with it. I'm surviving.
Never let a woman come between you
She
and the
took it.
boss.
She took the Boss away from me.
She'll let you in her heart.
So that's kind of TV, movies, and real life telling us what men should be.
Yeah.
The other thing that tells us what men should be are men's magazines.
GQ.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting some
Like-
more. We're getting closer and closer to Cosmo by like every.
Would you say that Chatelaine
Issue.
is a men's magazine? Because I noticed you're reading Chatelaine.
That was only to make the
Recipe.
ribs.
Oh, okay.
That was a recipe for ribs. You know that. You know I would never read Chatelaine if
I
it wasn't
will-
for the recipes.
I'll reach
And it's
back.
fairly manly to barbecue. Shut up.
I will reach back to the last episode and reiterate that the ribs were delicious.
Thank you.
Reach right back.
You're so sweet.
Oh, thanks. Oh, no problem.
I worked really hard on them, and I'm glad that you like them. But I'm even more glad that you said that you like them, because I was like, do you like them? And I don't know. Like, it looked like you enjoyed them, but you didn't say it, and you need to say it.
I said it. That's why I listen. So what a men's magazine? What do they cover?
Suits,
Or
And
just like dressing. Like how
suits,
to
dressing.
dress up.
I think
How to suit up.
yes, I believe that How I Met Your Mother, Barney Stinson, really like the suit has always been a focal point of
Yeah.
manliness. Like,
but now they're making it more accessible and
like you
it's
need.
appropriate in all situations, not
Yes.
just the workplace.
Because there's a lot of jobs that require suits nowadays, but there's a lot that don't. But then you still find I try and find excuses to wear.
Even in my office, which is very informal, I tried to make Tie Fridays a thing. Most people like to go the other way with casual
Against the
Fridays.
casual grain.
I said, let's do Thai Fridays, and everyone looked at me blankly and like, he wants to order Thai food on Fridays? And I wore a tie one Friday and was mocked mercilessly by everyone in the office, so then chickened out and just went for Thai food.
Yeah.
Said, oh, I meant the Thai food, not the necktie. Thai food. Thai food.
You can stick to your guns, Chase.
I didn't. It was a moral embarrassment on my part.
But Formal Fridays rolls off the tongue a little bit better than
Maybe I should have went with
Fridays.
that.
You should have said Formal Fridays. It's not.
Because
You're not gonna have like all the girls would have to dress like Avril Lavigne on tie.
I was going to say most of the office is girls, so
You should go with
it
like
would've
Tie
been awkward.
Tuesdays or something like that.
It's still, they would just order Thai food on Tuesdays.
I guess that's true.
And not every week because they don't like to be redundant. What else do men magazines tell us how to live?
How to cook, we kind of like the ribs.
Yep.
I read an article recently about how to grill properly, and everyone's all like, yeah, no, like, don't flip your meat, you know, most of the time, like, just like, you know, if you flip it too much, it's not good. But then this other article was arguing for the flip.
Yeah, I disagree. I think you just flip as many times as you're comfortable with, as long as the meat gets cooked to the right level.
Meat get cooked.
As long as the meat get cooked.
Meat food cook. Then I think it's fine. I'm a two flip guy. I like two flips.
Like,
Because I sauce. I sear, flip, sauce, flip, sauce, flip, flip.
Sauce.
And then I just drink sauce. Wow, that's a big.
They talk about how to get abs, like, a lot.
That's really important to girls.
Yeah.
I don't know, my man doesn't have super big abs, but I don't mind.
Yeah. Not super big. Your abs.
I'm not engaging in this conversation. 2 glasses of wine. I have abs. I mean,
I do. They're just buried under a
Everybody
mountain of
has
fat.
abs.
Yeah, or else you wouldn't be able to get up from a sitting position. You'd have to use an ab rocket.
so these shouldn't be like how to get abs. It should be like how to show abs. How to get your abs to like exist, like show, like other people can see the abs that you have.
Just walk around with no shirt on. Problem solved. Boom. Why do you need to write an article about it? But no, in the online dating scene, which apparently I'm a part of, probably a third of the profiles say, if you have nice abs, that's a bonus. Which I read as, don't message me unless you have nice abs.
Yeah.
But there's so much more to a person than their abs.
Yeah, but like, what do abs
Not
give?
on the internet.
Why are abs like thing? Why do people like just like little bumps on your stomach? Why is that a
It shows
thing?
that you're in phenomenal shape and thus an alpha, thus able to kill and protect. But then those yoga skinny guys don't have abs. They just kind of have nothing.
Because like skinny people just kind of have abs just because they're skinny.
Because there's nothing on top of them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Automatic abs.
Like Gordo. Auto ab.
Auto abs.
Auto ab mirror.
Let's talk about that. There's really only so many ways to get abs, though. Like, they have all these crazy machines to get abs, but you can just like, if you just work out.
Yeah, it's either sit-ups,
just sit up.
crunches, or some kind of maneuver where your core is engaged.
Scissors. You like light
Planks.
scissors. Planks. Planks is big nowadays.
Ab Ripper X.
That's 365 moves, like one for every day.
Yeah, in 13 minutes.
One a day. If you guys were counting, no.
I just do one a day. One move a day. Just once. One rep.
Okay, I'm gonna do this type of ab move.
Sitting up to get out of bed could be your one
That's
rep.
my that's my usual move.
Yeah.
Damn it, she figured it out.
And like you like kind of taking a dump as your squat for the. When I was in Europe,
No,
they
I
didn't
just
have
kind of
toilet
fall.
seats, you just hover.
kind of fall backwards onto the toilet. There's no squatting.
Yeah, but you have to get up, or do you go down to your knees?
No, I just
and then do like a one-legged.
Yeah, I just fall forward off the toilet, and then get up on my hands and knees, and then use the counter to lift myself up, so it's all shoulders, no abs.
All shoulders, no abs. Dude magazines always tell you about like how to like be good at your job or like get the job, and they will go back to like Suits. Suits is a great way to get a job.
Abs.
And how to like talk to your boss and be like, hey, man.
Hey, job for me now. Hey,
Talk about
how
sports,
about a job for me?
please. And how to get the ladies. Which I feel like.
I would never put my trust in a men's magazine on how to pick up chicks.
Yeah, you kind of either get a guy who's like really sleazy, or you get like a girl that's been brought in for that article and be like, I like this.
Yeah, it's too specific. Either from the writer or the interviewee. I think there's a lot of fish out in that sea. You know,
That's the thing. I think it's
every fish is a little different.
They're a lot about how to like say the right thing, but I think they need to incorporate. This is a good idea, patent pending. But they need to increase like how to get yourself out of like a poorly said thing, because basically on dates or like you're gonna say something dumb like a lot.
Well, that's why I have my 2-date rule, which I don't know if we talked about yet. That if I ask a girl out, there will be 2 dates unless she refuses. Which, let's be honest, will never happen. So I say we need to have
Tugboat ain't leaving that harbor after 2 days. At least after 2 days.
We gotta have 2 dates because the first one's a write-off. She's gonna be nervous and not be herself, and I'm gonna be extra charming. So the second date is really the truth tell-all date. So she'll be more relaxed, and I'll get to meet the real person, and I'll be just as charming, but I'll have to deal with her. So I always do 2 dates. Then super judgment time after the second date, where it's either dump the girl immediately or pursue her vehemently.
So they're like a guaranteed 2-date and then make her
Which
break.
is 2 meals, but you could be dropped swiftly after the second date. One girl was within like 3 hours of us parting company. I was like, nope, not for me. I'm out. Shut it down. One girl, I slept on it, and then
You slept on the girl?
No, on the decision.
The one girl I slept on.
I slept on her. Don't call her an it.
She's a person.
I slept on her.
She's not a person until the 3rd date.
Yeah. So then, after work, I ignored her texts all day, and then after work, I just dumped her.
That is
while I
bad.
was in the bathroom. Not dumping or anything, I just happened to be in there.
Exactly.
Which would have been funny to dump a girl while dumping. There's got to be a name for that. Double dump?
I was just gonna say
The double down.
The double dump? Double downer? E-double-O.
Oh man.
Anyways, so she was pretty shocked, but at the same time respectful that
That's the thing. I feel like
cut her
I
loose
ignored
and
her
waste her
text.
time.
Ignoring her text for a thing is a very unmanly thing to do.
But I was
If we
at
go
my
for
drawer.
respect. That's fine.
Yeah.
But then it's just like manning up is a phrase used commonly when it's something that's difficult. That has to be difficult.
Yes, I don't enjoy
you overcome it or you face it.
Yeah, doing that to girls over text message, which is, a lot easier. I've done it over the phone a couple of times. Not fun.
Yeah.
I don't relish it at all, and because you know that the girl's gonna feel bad and be like, "What's wrong with me? Why is he doing this?" That's what happens, right? Right, 2 glasses.
Two glasses of wine chiming in. Not saying girls sound like that.
Disagreeing.
Of course, girls are not going to say that they sound like that if it's like a negative way of sounding.
Well, there's a nice cardinal in the tree.
Although most men don't sound like, oh yeah, I'm gonna
Whatever, bitch.
they sound like a tugboat.
Like
Tugboat's version
Mongoloids.
of men is like a tugboat.
Whatever, bitch. Look at you. Tremendous.
Mendes? More like womendous.
Tree womandus. That sounds weird. Anyways, so to close it off this time, we're going to do our new segment called Grilling Cheese. That's the noise it makes when we grill cheese. So he doesn't know what's going to happen here, but basically, well, he does because it's his concept. But what we're going to do is I'm going to ask Cheese some tough questions, and we'll see if he passes or fails miserably. Okay, Cheese. So we're going to dig into the Tugboat vault a little bit and do a little combination thing this week.
Pun intended.
No, never. So we have our last time we did Tales from the Tugboat. So the Tugboat's going to tell you a little tale, and he's going to ask you some questions about it. Womp womp womp.
Oh no.
So the Tugboat was involved in a very serious textual relationship with a girl. Never met her, but was getting into some pretty serious details, including the question asked to him, not to her, of, what does your penis look like? So that was weird.
Is that a question?
That was a question she asked me.
Is that for me?
That's not a question. I'm not grilling cheese with that one. Because I don't need to know, and I doubt our listeners, other than maybe 2 glasses, would be interested.
Is grilling cheese a euphemism for you having sex with me? Because I don't like that.
I don't know how it
don't
would be
like that.
grilling. Do I have a curling iron involved? Anyways.
You make grilled cheese with a curling iron?
Hey, you gotta use what you gotta use. That doesn't make any
Probably
sense.
makes some marks anyways, the grill marks.
Yeah, that's all I'm looking for. All over your body.
I don't like where this segment is going.
Okay, before we ruin it completely, this girl, after there was a couple of advances and requests to meet put out by one side, the Tugboat side, and the girl was pretty not into it and said, she said, I don't really want to meet because I know that's going to lead to physical stuff. And the Tugboat said, sounds awesome. And then she said, then we should meet. She said, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm borderline asexual. So I'm looking for the Cheeses, and 2 Glass can chime in as well, perspective on, first off, I said, being a plant scientist, I said, oh, so you just split in half to reproduce? And she said, I think you need to look up what asexual means. So after Wikipediaing asexual and then posting it to her, she's like, yeah, that's more like it. And the definition I found was, does not enjoy sexual activity and does not pursue sexual activity.
Okay.
So my question to her was, do you enjoy it? And she said, I've enjoyed it in the past, but I don't seek it out. Go.
Okay. Well, reverting back to you said borderline asexual. Borderline is a personality disorder. Was that like a separate thing added on to the asexual?
No, I think she just meant she's close to being completely asexual.
So like, it sounded like she was like currently asexual. Like I don't seek it out.
Very much so.
I'm not looking for it.
Yeah.
But I have enjoyed it in the past. So that's confusing because if she wasn't seeking it out and it just found her in the past and she sort of enjoyed it, it's kind of weird that she wouldn't like. Well, I kind of like that.
This was fun. Let's do it again. No,
So-
this was fun. I never want to do it again.
I don't like using the word rape, so I think we need a better word for that. But like, is that like the only way that she'll have sex? Because she doesn't seek
No.
it out, so she just like lets it happen if it's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, I think
sounds
it
like
would be like a gradual thing. You'd have to like work up to it.
Yeah, I think she just lies there like a plastic doll,
yeah, but I also feel that like,
lays back and thinks of England.
but I also feel like it wouldn't be that like awesome to go with a girl that's like not like I want you. It's just like okay, you
Yeah,
can.
then you feel no attraction.
Yeah, it's just kind of like you
I
can.
assume.
You can, I guess. Like you can come in if you want. But
So you're saying that I was right in immediately deciding that I should develop an exit strategy.
well, she was
Yeah.
already up front. So unless you are not into sexual, like if you were gonna want sexual thing and engage in this relationship, that would be like really like that's just torture. That would be like some sort of weird
Yeah.
masochistic sort of.
Well, considering too that we had never met and that she was holding off the meeting for those reasons.
I feel like she showed a tremendous amount of respect by letting you know that she was.
But she still wanted to continue with things.
Yeah, and the borderline's kind of tricky. It's kind of like you're not gonna get any, but you might.
Yeah.
And like
So-
you're probably like,
always
oh,
on
I
the
should.
edge.
So I
It's
was.
almost like tempting or like challenging. That's like,
Well, I didn't take-
we'll see about that.
Yeah. Challenge accepted.
Borderline. Oh, we're gonna tip it over.
I didn't take it as a challenge. I just tried to be polite and respectful because I didn't want to say, "Oh, you're not going to put out? Well, then I'm out."
Yeah. So I think you made like a good decision, unless you wanted this like to actively pursue this challenge and really like challenge. Anyways.
No, I could find other challenges to occupy my time.
Yeah.
But,
All right. Keep the questions coming.
That's the only one I thought of. It wasn't even a question. I just said go.
Let's go.
I had a really good line of questioning like 3 days ago, but I forgot all
Poor
of it.
planning.
Yeah, I didn't write it down.
Poor planning.
I was busy. It's saving the universe.
Well, looks like I passed this grilling challenge. I'll be around for another week.
1 for 1. Cheese is still in the game.
1 for 1.
Yeah, I'll have some better ones for you in the future. This was just an
Yeah,
introductory.
promise it to the fans that we have now.
Oh, okay.
Gary,
Hey, Tugboat.
hang around, Gary. We're getting better.
Keep listening, Gary. Actually, I think the only person other than myself that's listened to it is McDuff.
Yeah.
And he only listened to 1, so... Yeah.
Well, make way, McDuff. Gary's getting in there.
Yeah, move over, McDuff. Here comes Gary. Who's Gary?
Gary.
What are we doing?
Gary Vegas.
Stu Beans.
Stu Beans and Gary Vegas.
And Chase Radley, former rock star.
Oh my god.
Only 2 of us know what we're talking about, and we're both
Yeah,
right here.
I'm pretty sure 2 glasses of wine tuned out several sentences ago.
Yeah.
Well, she's still kind of listening. Wedding things are distracting.
Oh, jeez.
Wedding things.
All right, well, we can we'll close it there. Watch out for Cheese at your local stand-up comedy club. He's getting back out there, crambling back onto the scene.
Yeah. I got injured my last time up there,
Yeah,
and I'm scrambling back in
he's
there.
scrambling back into the game. So we'll sign off now. It's been the Tugboat with
Cheese.
and
2 glasses of wine.
have a excellent night, and we'll talk to you never.